Did you miss me? Did you perhaps miss moi? Hello, beautiful people. My name is Ellie. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I am back for a short while on YouTube to give you a tour of my completed latest island called LILAC. Okay, so I did post some of the builds of this island here on YouTube, but for the most part, I built it on stream, particularly on Twitch. So I don't know how to record anymore. I'm excited to show you guys the finished product. Let's just go to resident services first. So we are here and we're kind of starting here because, as pointed out by the very smart Bestie Crimson, you do start on resident services in most island tours because you usually would tour them via the dream address, so you don't really start at the entrance. So say you came to my island via dream address, you're starting here, and then you just have to go down here a little bit. I left you some suggested outfits, if you will. No, it's just actually one pair of outfits, so it's just a suggested outfit and some tools over here. You may need the ladder and vaulting pole because this island is a no-terraforming island, and it is also set in spring, and the official long name is No-terraforming Pastel Island set in spring. So it is a pastel spring no-terraforming island, and then you just have to go down here if you really want to start at the airport. Let me show you my map. These are my beautiful villagers. We have Lolly, we have Shino, Freckles, Goldie, Cleo, Sasha, my #1 dreamy for this island, Gala, Dizzy, Cookie, and Pate. Not gonna lie, I didn't want Shino at first. She kind of looks good if you look at her like in combination with the other dreamies. But I was gonna try and replace her with Willow. I know Willow is not pastel, don't fight me. But I really wanted Willow, except Shino will never move out of the island because she was the last villager that I found. So I figured it was meant to be, and she is staying. She's not my fave, okay, but you know, she's okay. As you can see, I didn't change anything, not even to like correct the cliffs or the water to like place the bridges or inclines. I really didn't do anything to the terraforming, and that's why you may need the vaulting pole and the ladder, because some of the areas are kind of awkward to navigate. I made everything as accessible as possible. I placed ladders, but just in case. Most of my islands, I do start with the entrance. Prior to this one, I've always terraform the hell out of my entrances. It's just the way to go. It makes it like grander and more beautiful. So I welcome the challenge of not terraforming for this island, and particularly for this entrance. The key really for entrances and for areas in a no terraforming island is to go with the taller items, and those can stand in place of the cliff. So I use the windmill items. I use them a lot. I use trees. Sasha, how dare you? You're not leaving ever. So like kind of right behind the entrance, I have a boba shop. I like it. Place your orders. And then right next to it is kind of this, you know, no terraforming water area. I mean, there's no water escaping obviously in a no terraforming island, so I figured I could just get a pretty water code such as this one and create sort of a nice water area. By the way, all my codes will be in the Notion side, which I will link in the description. And then down here is Shino's home. This used to be Sherb's home. I did want Sherb before, but I kind of replaced him because, let me see, there were too many like bluish villagers, so I had to let him go. And we got Shino, so this kind of a cotton candy cafe type of situation. As for villagers, house interiors. I did decorate all of them, I believe. I managed to do that, but you know, just very simply decorated. I just didn't want to keep the original interiors. So for example, she knows over here and she's crafting. Let's leave her in peace. And then below here is just a little painting area. I was kind of thinking towards the end, I told myself, you know what? It's fine if I don't decorate all my beaches. Then I couldn't help it. I just had to decorate all of them. It's just the cluttercore lover in me. This one is just a little shop or little tiny market, I guess. And again, the windmill wind turbine items, very good in adding height, you know. I will really miss this island. It's really my favorite, I think, of all the islands that I've created, just because the colors are so beautiful. I just love pink and yellow in these shades especially. So I'm obsessed with this island and I'm very proud of myself. But anyway, let's continue. This is just a very simple area, and I just simply decorated the area surrounding Abel's sisters. I think we can go up here. I have this little flower field over here. I love diagonal like flower fields or farms. The only thing is, I guess it's the constraint of like this cliff being kind of small. If I were to recreate this area, I would probably choose like a bigger area, because then it would really just emphasize the flower fieldness of it, you know, because right now it's just like a tiny garden. This one is Lolly's home. I gave her a little pumpkin farm. It was actually surprising to me that I was able to fit her house here. If you look at my map, the cliffs are really kind of awkward. Like this one, for example, is just a long strip, so like that's the thing with no-terraforming islands. You can't really make adjustments the way you would normally would. So for example, this cliff, while I think it's pretty cute, I just put like a water coat over here to kind of like reflect how I would waterscape this. Like if I could waterscape, for example, I would just put like a stream running on this cliff. That's what I did. Look at this little cute ducky. All right, let's go down, more water codes. And then maybe we can backtrack a bit. You can certainly go down here as well. There's a ladder here, but I wanted us to go back to Abel's sisters. Alright, so we were here earlier and we came up here. Now we're gonna go straight here to the back. To the right first. This is Goldie's home, and of course I had to build her a yellow and white flower field, which is one of my favorite areas, I think. And then to the left, there's a little farm. I will always love farmcore. I would love to create another island in the future that's farmcore themed again. But for now, we'll have to do with these little tiny farms. And then if we go back straight over here, yet another one of my favorite areas. I just love using the glowing moss pond items, so I kind of like this kind of foresty secluded area over here, surrounded by just greenery. I think it's such a peaceful and calming area. And then we go over here. This is just Gala's simple yard. I just have her here next to the cliff. And then Gala is actually my neighbor. So this is my home. I have it next to the secret beach. And I did keep it as the tiny home because I think that's super cute. So I only have 2 rooms. So let's take a tour while we're here. I did decorate them and I think I did quite a good job. I don't usually like interiors, but yeah, I like what I did here. I would love to have an IRL room like this. It's just so pretty and cozy. And then I also have another room at the back. See, I had to choose between having a bathroom and a kitchen, and I chose the kitchen, obviously. And I will as for my bathroom, I will tell you all about that in a minute. But here it is. I like it. During the lockdown era of 2020 to 2022, I really did discover my love for cooking and baking, and so I thought I'd pay tribute. Oh my goodness, Goldie, not now! They have never done this before. Like on my streams, for example, I always come inside my house to show people what I've done, and they never do this. But of course, now that I'm recording, I kind of feel bad. Not gonna lie, I have not forgotten. I was mentioning the bathroom earlier. So since I don't have a bathroom, when Bessie Crimson visited, I told her to make use of nature right here. She is like, I need a bidet at least. So, I'm a people pleaser. So if anyone visits and you suddenly hear the call of nature, I got you. You can enjoy the view of the water while you're relieving yourself. You're very, very welcome. As I said, it is right next to the secret beach over here. I thought I'd place a grand piano over here, but it's actually funny whenever Red is here because the grand piano looks so out of place with that kind of suspicious boat that Red has. But right now, since it's empty, it looks pretty cute. I think we can go up here. I just love this code so much. I linked the creator in the Notion site, so be sure to give him some love. And then below here, it's kind of a secluded area, but this is a movie, an outdoor theater. I saw my friend Ferris build this on stream on his island, and I got inspired, so I did it in my own style right here. I think it's super cute. Again, the area is a bit tiny, and I would have expanded it, I think, if I could terraform and waterscape. It's just a bit of a tight squeeze. Go back up. It's a stargazing area. It kind of looks pretty at night with the lights. I think it's just super cute. It's very romantic. And down here, I believe this is Dizzy's potato farm. Very simple. I just couldn't resist with the farms. Like whenever I'm like running out of ideas, what do I build? How do I decorate a villager yard? It's always, you know what? Let's build a farm. Let's give them a farm. So yeah, and then there's a little picnic spot here, and I imagine maybe Dizzy sells some of his produce, so there's this truck to pick it up for delivery to the market. Just don't mind that the truck has no way out and is facing the cliff. We shall be ignoring that. And then you go across the bridge to Sasha's area over here. Sasha is just my favorite. I think he's super, super cute. So I built him this cute little area, and right next to it is like a picnic area of some sort. You can just sit here, have your coffee or tea, read some books by the water, have like a tea with this cute little bear. And as you can see, that is the movie outdoor. Why do I always say movie? It's the outdoor cinema area that we saw earlier. And we backtrack it. I'm so sorry, my island is not exactly the easiest to navigate. What with the clutter and like the areas are not as well connected as I want. But I hope you don't get lost or stuck anywhere. If you go up here, is one of those areas where it really like doesn't make sense. Like you can't place a building over here. It's not very accessible. But I can't change it, so I had to decorate it in some way. It's just very natural. And I'm kind of obsessed with reading areas on this island, so you can always find some like secret reading spots, more books over here. You know, my decorating style on this island, a lot of flowers as always, a lot of green leaf piles, a lot of weeds, a lot of wheat fields. All right, this one is, there's a cotton candy. What's it called? It's not a machine. Is it a stall? It is a stall, right? A cotton candy stall on the beach. Again, flowers, wheat field, glowing moss. Oh, Gala, look at her. So more water codes. I usually do the water codes like near the water. But also like on cliffs that I can't waterscape. Since we're here, let's go to the museum. Honestly, I didn't intend to keep the museum here, but I did decorate it last, and by that time I really couldn't find a better like spot for it, so I just kept it here. The aesthetic of the museum is not that fitting anyway, like it doesn't fit well with my theme, so it's kind of nice that it's kind of hidden here. And then right next to that is one of my proudest achievements, my very first rock garden. So this is my 5th island, 5.5 maybe if we count that other island that I didn't finish because my switch broke. But this is my 5th finished island, and this is the first time that I've done a rock garden, and I'm kind of proud of myself. And it's true what they say, if you want to do a rock garden, it's a lot easier if you do it like towards the end, especially if your island is like sufficiently cluttered like mine. Granted, I still had some issues, and they didn't like instantly spawn or anything. I still had to like cover some areas with custom codes and items so the rocks don't spawn anywhere else. But I imagine that my experience was a lot easier than if I tried to build this rock garden at the very beginning of the game. My very first rock garden, look at that. So since this is resident services, we're just gonna backtrack here a little bit because we still have a few areas to tour. Again, a reading nook by the water. I didn't even realize how many reading spots I have. It's become a reading spots core island. Campsite, I have to remember to scan in an amiibo before we save the DA, but similar to the museum, I didn't really intend to keep it here. I just kind of placed it on the beach so it's not in the way, but then I kind of like the location, so it stayed. And then right here is one of the earlier builds that I did for this island, and this is Cookies Flower Shop. I think it's so cute. The flower items, like for example, oh my gosh, what is this item called again? This flower container item. And the various flower items, I think I used all. I used any and all flower items that I could find. And then down here, this is Pate. No, this is not Pate. This is Cleo's home. Let's go say hi. I'd forgotten what I did for her interior. I remember her original interior was like an office space. Oh no, she's sick! The little baby. We'll get her some meds. Oh no! She sneezed right at my face. Oh my goodness, another one. My villagers are acting out today. Like Goldie visiting unannounced, Sasha wanting to leave. And to be fair, Cleo's not acting out. Oh my goodness, okay. Before we catch anything, let us just go. I don't think I've ever had Nook's Granny on the beach, so it was kind of a nice change for this island. And then I just put like, since it's next to Nook's Granny, I thought the decoration should be like a little market of some sort. So we have some stalls over there and right here as well. Just kind of a farmer's market situation, but very simple. And then over here, this is also one of my earlier builds, and honestly, I did not know what was going through my head when I decorated this area. Like a lot of the areas, especially the earlier builds, I feel like they don't make sense. Like if you ever tour my island, you come visit the DA, and then you're like, what is this area? Like it doesn't quite make sense. The aesthetic though, I mean honestly, that is I think the point. Like a lot of the areas do not make sense, and I probably build them just for the aesthetic. Like that one, like I did not know what's going on in that area. Okay, this is Pate's home. No, Freckles. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, Pate. This is Freckles. I kind of wanted to see her home, but she's not home. I guess you're just gonna have to catch her home if and when you visit. And then we're back at resident services. Yay! Oh yeah, I think we just missed this tiny area over here. It's right next to resident services, next to the rock garden as well. Oh, we did miss Pate's home. Oh my goodness. The actual home of Pate. Let's go say hi. Here, I can't remember what her original interior looked like, but As I said, I did redecorate the villager interiors, but they're very simply decorated. But I tried as much as possible to make them very cozy. I'm kind of proud of me because I never usually decorate villager interiors. As I said, I tried to make everything flow and accessible, but just the layout is not very ideal. But if you do visit, I hope that you still enjoy and that you don't get lost, you don't get stuck anywhere, you don't trip on anything because it's so cluttered. As I said, this is one of my most favorite islands that I ever made, so I'm kind of proud of myself. I finished and made something quite beautiful amidst like all the burnout and the other games in between. I'm just so excited to share this with you guys. Oh my goodness, we forgot something yet again. We have to save the dream address. Oh my goodness. Can you tell I haven't done this in a while? I barely know what I'm doing. Yay! We managed to save the dream address after a lot of words from Luna. So yeah, there's a dream address of Lilac. Take a screenshot if you want. But I'll be sure to put it in the description as well. And I hope you guys visit because I'm kind of proud of this island and I want to know what you think. Let me know what your favorite areas are. And if you're ever inspired to do like a pastel island or a no-terraforming island, let me know. You can also join the Discord to post your builds. I would love to see. Okay, now we can do an outro. But you guys, as I said, I'm so excited to be able to share this finished island with you. I'm so proud of me. I'm so proud that I finished this. I'm so proud that I kind of lived up to my expectation of myself in terms of the aesthetic for this island. And I'm also kind of proud of the community that I've built over on Twitch while I was creating this island. So, you know, nudge nudge, wink wink. If you have Twitch, go follow me. I am Elephant Parade over there as well. All my socials and links will be in the description. Go join the Discord as well so you're always notified whenever I go live. If you're only on YouTube and don't have Twitch, I'm sorry for, you know, not posting as regularly as I used to. I will try to come back and stream over here as well every now and then. But right now, life is just so hectic that I only really have time for one streaming platform. So yeah, that's why I'm very excited to be able to make this video and say hi to you guys because I know not everyone has Twitch. And yeah, I was also excited to create a video to commemorate this island that was like around 7 or 8 months in the making. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe or follow me on Twitch. Don't forget to like the video, join the Discord, all that. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!